Hey guys, Gaz here, and a lot of you know that the pre-release number 4 has come out. For those of you who don't know, there'll be a link in the description for that. But I want to get into this straight away and very quickly because I don't want to keep you too long, and this list is pretty long for the changes. So we'll get into it straight away. So first of all, spikes have been added to Minecraft. So all of you know what spikes are, but we don't know what they look like in Minecraft. So it'll be interesting to find out. I'll definitely make a video in the future about all these different updates and things you want to see. So next up from that is glittering melons. So you actually have a melon now that will glitter. I don't know why they needed to bring that in, but it's there. And then next from that, moon has now phases. So what I think straight away when I hear phases is that it doesn't look the same all the time. So in the daytime the moon will kind of be fadey and it won't be that bright, and at night time it'll be very, very bright. That's what I think, and it doesn't say anything about the sun, so we'll have to see. Next up is a pretty big update, round sun and moon. So all you know that the sun and the moon is blocked or is square, and that was kind of a landmark or something I always recognise Minecraft as having. I think that's what texture packs were there for, that if you didn't like it you get a texture pack. But now that it's round, I'll have to see. I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. So next up is the enchantment table now has a tooltip name on creative mode. So I haven't seen it without creative or without a tooltip in creative mode, so I don't know anything about that so far. But it now has a creative or a tooltip in creative mode. Next up, new stuff in strongholds, and that stuff is ender pearls, diamonds, iron ingots and gold apples. So now you can go into strongholds and you can actually find loot, and the following I just said was ender pearl, diamonds, iron ingots and gold apples you can now find in the stronghold. Next up is 6 different slabs. So I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it's 6 different slabs. I'm sure you can use your imagination, and in a later stage I'll go through this and see what the 6 different slabs are. Next up, new block that is not sponge in the ender realm. It is the properties of stone. So in the new the realm, the end realm, that it's being called, is this texture on the ground. It's a block type on the ground and it looks like sponge, but a lot of people are getting mixed up. They think it's sponge, but it's kind of a moony effect on it. It kind of has little craters and so on in it, but it actually has the same properties as stone. And what I mean by that is when you hit it, it doesn't break like sponge or anything else. It breaks as if you're breaking stone. So that's the new block type, and an example of what it's like in the end realm. Next up, the eyes of the ender now fly up in the direction of the nearest stronghold. You can use 4 or so ender eyes at once, and then you must pick them back up. So you've probably seen videos of this, and that is when you have an ender eye, or the eyes of ender, and you can then throw it in the air, and it'll actually locate or go near a stronghold. You'll have to obviously dig down, but it'll actually go around the distance, and I don't know, does it go there straight away, or do you have to throw it and see where it goes, pick it up, throw it again, see where it goes until you actually get to the nearest stronghold. And then next up, the potion of swiftness now leaves a visible effect on the player. So you've probably seen the Endermen already, obviously you have, and you see the smoke effect from that player. This is going to be kind of the same. So now you're going to have a visible effect when you use the potion of swiftness. The next up is the end dimension can now be reached by using the Eye of Enders on the weird blocks that you can see in the strongholds. You've probably seen videos on it before as well, where you make like a sideways portal out of these blue blocks, and you can then go to the end. That's what it's being called, the end. And again, the blocks on the ground are not sponge, they're a new block. So next up, the end appears to have a large floating island instead of an infinity generated zone. Sleeping in beds then produces a violent explosions violent explosions, just like the Nether. So you probably already slept in the Nether, or most of you haven't. But when you go into the Nether and you place a bed down and you sleep, it explodes. But it's saying that there's violent explosions. So will it be the same? I don't know. We'll have to see. Next up, currently no way to leave the end other than dying. So there is no portal out, because obviously you can't farm the same portal blocks that you find in the stronghold. Next up, the sun now rises on the right hand side of the map, putting north at the top and the clouds float west. So it's been totally rearranged, the way the clouds work, and the sun rises, and now there's no that direction is north. It's actually straight up above you is north. Not in the game, but in the .jar there's an ender dragon entry in the mob subfolder with texture. So you can actually go in there now, and if you want to make your own texture packs or so on, you can use that as a template. And then you can no longer enchant the flint and steel. So I've never enchanted flint and steel, so I don't know, but you can now no longer do it. Lighting in rain is now back, so that's pretty cool. Looks like experience has been slightly modified to give you more action. Example, way more XP for killing zombies, pigmen, or zombie pigmen. Might be an overall increase for testing purposes. Blue particle effect is next up, and that is that when you enchant something, there will now be a particle effect. Next up, it looks like there are no enchantment costs above 5 points at the minute. I'm sure they'll increase that over a period of time, but right now there's no enchantment costs over 5 points. Next up, nether portals will not light in the ender, or the end. The end. So when you're in the end and you plant down a nether portal and you try to light it, it won't stay lit. Next up, you can no longer place a water source on a spot where there's already a water source. It will be placed next to it, next to the previous water source. So a lot of you know that if you pick up water in a bucket and you place it somewhere, and you try do the exact same thing, and you can place it on the existing block, it will waste the water without giving you any effect. So now if you do that, it'll place the source block beside the other source block. So I think that's a really good feature, and it'll definitely help me out, because I always do that, and it's pretty annoying when that happens. And last up, spiders appear to be more animated. The legs move more and not all at once. So it's pretty cool that they've actually gone into the animation. I think the new dragon that they're going to be bringing in might have influenced Notch to animate the mobs a bit more. But yeah, that's really all the change list. If you go to the link in the description, you can see all this in text, as well as a few other things like enchantment changes and potion changes. Again, that's in the link below. So guys, if you think this video was anyway helpful, please like it. It kind of encourages me to make more of these videos. But other than that guys, thanks for watching, and as always, have a nice day.